go through the lengthy rookie qualifying procedure. That his recovery was quick is history. Just 2 weeks after the operation that required 60 tiny internal stitches, Nigel Mansell arrived to sign on for the Indy 500. His first close-up glimpse of the circuit came courtesy of a sedate drive round the oval, chauffeured by his teammate Mario Andretti. The rookie test had to be completed first. Gently Red 5 was towed from Gasoline Alley to Pit Road. Crowds of well-wishers shouted good luck messages. Shortly after 11 in the morning, tension in the air, a few words of advice and encouragement from Paul Newman, co-owner of the team with Carl Haas. Haas has worked with so many of the world's top names: Jackie Stewart, Alan Jones, Peter Revson, Jackie Ickx, the Andrettis of course, and now Mansell. The object of the test is not to run quickly, but to prove that the driver can go at a strict pace, initially between 185 and 190 miles an hour, building up to over 200 miles an hour in the final phase. Roseanne Mansell sensing the tension. So much riding on success here, the consequences of failure unthinkable. It was only a year ago that Nelson Piquet at Indianapolis for the first time hit the wall at high speed, seriously injuring both legs. Nigel, still recovering from his back surgery, knew the harsh penalties for mistakes at Indianapolis. The first 3 stages were completed without undue alarm. Mansell returned to the pits with just 1 phase to go. A more than satisfactory beginning. Oval racing requires experience. Adaptation from road racing is never immediate. The Indy officials have seen them all go through the program without exception. The Unsers, the Andrettis, Fittipaldi and Foyt. Mansell was very impressive. Phase 4, watched by various fellow competitors at each turn, all reporting on his every move. The Haas cigar, essential equipment in the circumstances. Nigel becoming more and more accustomed to the place as the test went on, trackside observers sensing growing confidence in the cockpit. The IBM Tag-Heuer timing system transmitted his progress from track to pits. Antennae buried in the track surface at intervals all round receive coded signals from the onboard transmitter. Signals are then sent to the video data displays in Pit Road, so a driver's performance on any part of the circuit can be analysed. The Newman Haas crew, close to achieving the first aim. And as the tension gradually lifts, the 2 team owners start to relax at last. Back to the pits, and no doubt about the result of the rookie's examination. USAC confirmed that he was now officially allowed to compete in the race and could line up in the practice sessions. Virtually everyone agreed Mansell was expected to pass. Indeed, he should have passed, but he did it all so impressively. Remember that it was his first time at this famous circuit, that he was still suffering from an injured back after crashing the last time he'd driven on an oval. This was an auspicious beginning at Indy, the promise of great things to come. Red 5, back to the garage, very much the centre of attention. Roseanne, relieved and delighted it was all over. And she wasn't the only one.
I'm pleased to tell you now that I've completed all phases of my rookie orientation. It's been a bit more sort of fraught than normally, because I've had to do it with all the other cars going quick on the circuit, and as you've probably seen, there's been a lot of yellows thrown, so it's taken a lot longer than it normally does do. I'm very pleased though. At the end of the orientation I managed to turn in a lap of 2:18.5, which puts us in the top 12 places. We're going to do one more run today. Just change the setup just a little bit on the car and just get myself feeling a little bit more comfortable in turns 1 and 2. I'm losing most of my time in the first two turns. The third turn I'm as quick as anybody, or it appears that we're reasonably close. And turn 4 we can perhaps go a little bit quicker, but for the first day here, I mean, it is a very, very impressive circuit to sort of go out down the straights at 235 to 240 and then try and make yourself turn into that corner flat out without lifting. At the moment there's no way. And I've seen the computer traces of one quick lap Mario did 2 days ago, and he went into turn 4 flat, but that was the only turn he did go into flat, and he did 223 that lap. And today poor Trace is the quickest at 224, so he's probably gone through 2 turns flat. At the moment, I mean, I'm not going through any turn flat, so but I'm very happy. I think to be here just 14 days after the major operation I had, I'm just pleased to have made it.
One veteran USAC official declared his appreciation of the Mansell talent.
He went right into each phase, one right after another, and sometimes because he had enough fuel on, he could go from one phase to another, and he walked through it about as fast as anybody that's ever done it. He's a great person, he's a great race driver, and he adapted to this track real great.